As the organization administrator within the enterprise file fabric, you have the ability to control a lot of the features that we've shown so far in the demos to decide whether or not you even want that on for your environment or not, and then have a full audit and visibility of the user's access into the system and how they're interacting with it. So again, logged in as the organization admin, I can go into my organization and go into policies. And here we see a wide range of features that are available that I can go and turn on or off. So for example, when we talk about things like the file sharing, you may decide that your organization doesn't want to share things like folders or not allow users to have folders that the shared link can be read-write, right? So I could come in here and turn off drop folders or turn off my folder sharing and now only allow those links to be shared. Before we saw that we could require the purpose of a file being shared, but you can come in and also toggle that and say, in addition to the purpose, we want to know who it's being shared with, and maybe decide that as an organization, we want all links to expire after 30 days. Things like versioning and trash. So we have the ability to add, on top of backend storage, features like previous versions that can be restored from, or a trash that can be emptied or restored when a user attempts to delete things. You can turn that on or off as an admin within this interface if you decide, for example, that you want to use whatever backend storage has for snapshots instead of our built-in versioning. You're able to go in and change things like the user interface to turn some of the items on or off. Remove things like the home page or the dashboard being removed from the view of your end users, as well as branding. So the entire look and feel of the file fabric can be updated and changed to have it match your organization's look and feel. Those are just some of the features that you can turn on or off. In later demos, we'll go into in-depth some of the security, the DLP features. But as mentioned, in addition to that control, you also have that insight into what's going on in the environment. So as the admin, if I go into the audit log, now I'm able to see a full audit trail of all the activity that occurs in the system. So I can expand this out, right, and I can see things like when this JPEG was downloaded, right? So if I expand this, I can see the activity that occurred, what type of activity it was, by whom, at what time, what IP address, and what tool. So in this case, I can see this coming from my Android device. Or before, I can see when I created this shared link all from my Windows tools. So all this is available from within this interface. As you can see here, I'm able to go and drill down and maybe refine this looking at a specific user over a specific time frame and filter those results down. The other thing that we can do is actually export these results out to things like CSV, zip, or PDF if we want to retain the copy of that audit trail for whatever purposes, or all of your logs. And then finally, we showed the shared links. Here as the org admin, I can come and take a look, and I can see all the links that have been created in my environment. Just like before, I can come and filter that down to a specific user. Right from within here, I can see what is the link that's being shared. I can see if there's an expiration time being sent. And then things like looking at the purpose and any of the features that are set on here. And then finally, if I decide, for example, that this link is no longer valid, or at this point forward, we want all links to have expiration, I can come in and actually remove these. And now that shared link is no longer available from within our environment. So as you can see, there are a wide range of features that are available within the enterprise file fabric. But if you decide you don't want those enabled for your users or your organization, it's easy enough to go and turn that off. And then you also have that view to go into the environment and see everything that has occurred on the system.